Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today I'm very happy to do this video and announce that Canelo versus Bivol is on. They are going to collide Saturday, May 7th in the main event of a DAZN pay-per-view card. DAZN, for the first time, they're saying for special events and big fights like this, that they are gonna set a pay-per-view price. If you're a subscriber, as I am, it's it's 60 bucks for the pay-per-view. If you're not, for new subscribers, it's 70 bucks. You know, and this is just it's a big fight. You know, I'm really excited about Canelo taking a challenge like this, because for all the Canelo haters out there, this is maybe the toughest test of all the fights that Canelo could have faced. I mean, and I even say that over David Benavidez, because Bivol is so technically sound. I know people are like, oh, well, Bivol doesn't have a lot of power. Okay, yeah, that might be true, but he's got power enough to keep you honest. That's one. And two, he is so technically gifted that he basically, I mean, it's hard to win a round from him. He's one of those kind of fighters that he's one of those guys that it's not that he's undefeated, you know, or anything like that. He rarely even loses a round because he's so talented. He's so good. So, and this is the guy that's been champion since I think 2017. He's been champion. You know, Badu Jack ran from him, so he got upgraded to champion, and he's been champion ever since. And he's traded the top spot with Artur Beterbiev a couple times. Right now, he's currently number 2 behind Beterbiev. But, you know, this guy is the real deal, and this is a big fight right here. And people are asking, why did Canelo choose this? Well, one, he has a $160 million deal with DAZN for 3 fights. That breaks down to $53.3 million per fight. You know, that's fucking huge right there. That's $13 million more than he made for the Plant fight. And, you know, not including pay-per-view revenue. I think he got 60% of the pay-per-view. But Canelo, man, what a fucking stud to land a deal like this. I mean, 3 fights for $160 million, and he's challenging himself, you know, against Bivol right out the gate. Triple G would be the second fight, a third fight with him, and people are going to criticize that one, but you know what? Triple G still, especially if he beats Ryota Murata, is still the #1 middleweight in the world. If he beats Ryota Murata, he's going to unify 2 of the 4 belts, and his resume is better than anybody's. So Triple G, even at 40 years old, is still the #1 middleweight in the world, and he's going to confirm that if he beats Ryota Murata, who he has to beat first. Now, the third fight of the contract, we do not know. It could be, from what I'm hearing, Alunga Makabu for the cruiserweight title. People are throwing out there John Ryder. I hope Canelo doesn't settle for that. If he chooses between those 2, I'd much rather see him fight Makabu to try to become a 5-weight Mexican world champion, the first ever Mexican to do that. But I really hope the third fight isn't against a guy like Makabu, but it very well could be, because he has to sign on for you know, DAZN approved fighters, and you know, he's not going to have a PBC guy in December, you know, 3 months after he fights Triple G in September. So, you know, Canelo is heading into this this 3-fight deal just really rolling right now, and you know, and I love the way he's setting it up. I mean, he knows who his next opponent is going to be, and that, to me, in a way, it can be distracting. But Canelo, that shows the hyper focus that the pound-for-pound king has right now to take on Bivol, and then, you know, who is probably the toughest challenge right in front of him, and then he's got Triple G right after that. You know, he could be focusing on that third fight with Triple G, and you never know what can happen in a fight with Bivol. And I'm just really looking forward to it. For him to move up to 175 and take on Bivol is a major deal. And you know, who knows? He could fight Arthur Beterbiev for the undisputed title in December at 175. You know, if Beterbiev gets through Joe Smith in June, you know, maybe he fights within a couple months. He fights what's his name, Anthony Yard, and then maybe he sets himself up for that huge showdown for the undisputed title in December. Maybe that's the fight that they're looking at. Who knows? But man, what a landscape Canelo has laid out for himself. Because to claim a light heavyweight title at 175 right now is huge. Because Arthur Beterbiev and Joe Smith Jr. are unifying the other 3 belts in June. So that means Canelo's just one fight away from the undisputed title at 175 when he's already the undisputed champion at 168. So that would be huge right there. And I can't wait for it. I really, really love what Canelo is doing. I like, you know, I really like who he's choosing to fight and why. And I'm really, I just can't wait to see what he does, you know, with these fights. I mean, it's just going to be, it's going to be entertaining. Like I said, if you guys don't know Dimitri Bivol, then go back and take a look at what he's done. I mean, this guy beat the shit out of Joe Smith Jr. a couple years ago. He has a dominant one-sided win over Jean Pascal. And after Bivol beat both of those guys re-established themselves. Joe Smith went on to upset Jesse Hart, knock out Eliter Alvarez in an upset, and then capture the WBO title. He's number 3 at light heavyweight right now, is Joe Smith. This was after Bivol beat him. Then Bivol beat Jean Pascal. Jean Pascal returned with an upset victory over Marcus Brown, and then followed that up with a win over Badu Jack to become a world champion again at his older age. So, you know, Dimitri Bivol is very, very technically sound and very good, and it's going to be exciting to watch this fight on Saturday, May 7th on DAZN pay-per-view. So make sure you check that out, and make sure you get excited, because there's a lot to get excited about with this fight, and I can't wait to see it. So that's it. That's what I got. Canelo versus Bivol is on Saturday, May 7th on DAZN pay-per-view. I hope you guys enjoyed this. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.